Welcome to a 20-minute video. Let's get the timer started. Right now it is 2 please 2:54 2:54 a.m. June 9th, Monday. Fun day. This is probably my 7th take or more. Man, it just, when I start talking about the tooth, I realize I have so much anger in me, hatred, and it's just so hard to control it. I mean, of course, when I'm around her, I have to hold it in. But once I'm out and about, or like when I start thinking of her, all this negative emotion, all these hurtful things that she say, all these terrible situations she has put me in, it just comes up, and man, oh man, anyways, so I think I'm going to avoid talking about the tooth because I don't want to make any more retakes. It's getting late. I tried to start this video since 2:30, and of course once I'm done with this video it's gonna be what, 3:20, and then I have to take another 30 minutes or maybe even 40 to wait for the upload and then do the description and the thumbnail. I just want to sleep early. I'm just so frustrated because the tooth, truly, she is the destroyer of peace, of hope, and of love. Wow. I do want to share a little bit. Maybe we will talk a little bit why I'm angry, just for if there's anyone new watching. I try to sleep early and I was doing fairly good. I started sleeping from 9 and then it went to 8, then to 7, then to 6:55, and it was going great until the tooth said she's gonna sell the house in 15 days. Fine, that's okay. But the way she brought it up in the last minute, because I would not have known unless I told her that, hey, not told her, I asked her if I could put a pull-up bar downstairs in the living room. She's like, no, we're gonna sell the house. I was like, no, okay, if you gonna sell, that's fine. I mean, I wish you would have let me know, because she already known it. I did not know it. And she was like, yeah, you better find a storage place and figure it out. I was like, okay, fine. So I said, okay, and I just went to my room and she tried to talk about some other stuff. I was like, you don't need to tell me. She was trying to tell me the reason why she's gonna sell the house, this and that. It's like, you don't need to tell me, because I don't need to know. That's your business. And like I said in my previous video, that woman is a lonely person that has no one to talk to, and when she talks, it's just a whole slew of negative things. No one wants to hear it. Even when I see the neighbors or family members, when she writes them text messages or emails, they would ask me like, hey, do you know what she wants to say? You know, I asked them like, why would you ask me? And it's like, she wrote like a whole pages of stuff and she's not to the point. And I was like, dude, if you don't want to read, what makes you think I want to read it? I get those text messages too, and I just don't really read them. because it's not to the point. I don't know what's the point. What is the point? Get to the point. So it was the same thing when she told me that. It was like, okay, that's all I need to know. You don't need to tell me a story. I don't need to know. I need to get ready. You know, just let me be. Of course, she gets angry. She's like, you don't want to learn. Learn what? Learn what? She's never to the point. Anyways, yeah, the tooth. I did not work today. Also, it's because of the tooth. Because as I mentioned, things were going downhill. My sleep habits got worse because it was going really good. I started sleeping at 6:55. Ever since you told me that, I started sleeping at like really late. I started getting up really late too. I started getting up at, what was it? I'm sorry, I got mixed up. I started sleeping at 2, then I started sleeping at 3, then I started sleeping at 4, then started sleeping at 5, then 5:30. So it just kept going, and when I started waking up, I still woke up at around 8 or 9, but I was uber tired like throughout the day, and I was zoning out, and just I couldn't focus. I got really out of it, because for my returning viewers already know I'm battling the low T, trying to eat the best I can, try to work out, and it is helping, but very little. I need more, and in order to get that, I need peace, which with the tooth, there's no such thing as peace. So yeah, now I have to rebuild everything, and I was just so upset. Right now it's 3:01. This video could have been done much sooner if I didn't have to talk about the tooth. Maybe it's a good thing. I could look back and, wow, this is how not supposed to be. When I have some issues, I gotta resolve it, because most people, they don't believe me when I say this, but that's fine. That's fine, because I have thought about it, like, why is she like that? And I even bought books, and I read some psychology books, and I did find out, and I also mentioned in my other 20-minute videos when I read other books, the interpersonal, how like the successful people, how they had to deal with their own cruel people that they have to deal with. And I saw like a trend, and people who are mean, cruel spirit, they have some unresolved issue that they did not handle themselves, so they just pass it along to others. And that's what I saw, and I realized that is what I do not want to be. So I'm very grateful and thankful that the Father of Heaven, he let me know, and he sends other people, like the commentary I enjoy reading, because there was stuff that I thought I saw but I did not see, and then when I saw the comments, I was like, whoa. I mean, I didn't know I was doing stuff, because I was going in a circle and I think I'm going forward, but until I see someone just say it, like, hey, you know, that probably is not a good idea, or just sharing a different perspective, I'm able to take a step back and see, like, oh wow, yeah, I'm doing the same thing over and over. Because when you do the same thing over and over, you're not growing, not learning, even though I was telling myself I am learning. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to go in circles. So I'm really grateful, and wow, I gotta learn how to handle the tooth, because I'm just like waiting for the day where that's it, no more communication. I'm probably going to be back out on the streets, but hey, at least I don't have to see that tooth anymore, as mean as it is. But wow. Oh, excuse me. Because the thing is, I know this is going to sound super strange, because majority of my life, even she treated me so cruelly. Like, I think until when I was like in my late 30s, I still wanted to take care of her, even into her old age. No matter how bad she was, I was willing to put up with it. But once I got to my early 40s, right now in my mid 40s, that's when it just stopped, and I realized, wow, this woman wants nothing good for me. She speaks with her mouth, but her actions are totally different. She's like trying to sabotage me when I'm trying to build things up so I could take care of that woman. And ooh, that was an eye-opener. That was a big eye-opener. And I wouldn't realize that if I didn't have, because I had friends that told me this. It's like, hey, you know, maybe you should stop listening to her, because you're not that young and you have your own life. And I didn't realize I was like that until, of course, reading books do help. And it turns out people who have been done wrong since their youth till they're growing up. Sorry, I know it sounds weird, because I'm worried I might say some unapproved YouTube word and I'm not aware of. So just been done wrong, not good. Just not only physically but mentally, just hurt. And I realized when that happens, I become attached. And it was true, I was attached to her. Everything she said, I would do it, believe it, trust it, just to get her approval. And yeah, that is not a good idea. I realized it so late in life, so late. But the cool thing is, I realized I shouldn't blame her. I should blame myself, because I trusted someone that proven that they could not be trusted. So I made that decision to, trust her. I should embrace it and learn from it. And it's quite an experience, and I pray, if the Father of Heaven is willing, if He grants me children, because I pray to have a family, not to be like that tooth. I think she's the generation ender. She ends generations, and I don't want me to be the one that she ended. Of course, and spiritually cut the ties off with her, but spiritually to move on and create a generation of love. So yeah, anyways, I don't know what to call this. Tooth woes, learning. Anyways, yeah. So if you want to skim through the day, I slept at 4:30. I woke up at 8:30. I had like a 4-hour sleep. I did the laundry. The neighbor called me up at 8:45. I went over, hang out with them, and then I got to the house at 11. Wow, I hung out with him for like 2 hours and 15 minutes. I slept and woke up at 11:35, so I slept for 35 minutes. Then I did the prayer and meditation, which wasn't good. A lot of stuff in my mind. I did study the Hmong. The Hmong, it wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was normal. So that was alright. At 13:40, I was supposed to leave the house, but the tooth, she was out and about. I did not want to see her, because meeting her just for a small conversation, it just takes the life out of me. And I'm already doing really not good, because this week I made less than, this entire week I made $95, and I got huge bills to pay. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna deal with my emotions and the tooth, because man, there's no peace. I need peace. Anyways, yeah, so maybe I'll write the day. And my neighbor called. He needed help. Like, he called me about, I think, like 5 or 6, and he says, "Hey, can I get your car jack?" And I was like sleep. I was barely waking up, and I was like, "Okay, if it's quick." I thought he's gonna call over just to hang out a little bit. So I was like, "Okay, I'll go for a little bit." It's like, "No, I need you to get the car jack," and I guess he had a. I'm not sure. He did. I didn't know at the time until his son-in-law texted me that he had needed a tire change. I didn't know that. I thought he just wanted me to come over and hang out. But when he said he needed help with the car, I was like, "Oh, I'm in the middle of doing something. I thought you needed me to come over and show you something, because I'm in the middle of doing something, trying to set up for my YouTube thing, because I wanted to do the Bible, because reading the Bible, it does give me peace." And man, anyways, so I tried calling him to let him know, because I ended the call. I was so tired, because I woke up really late. I was trying to avoid the tooth. I was so down and out. I don't know. My energy was gone. I didn't want to deal. I didn't want to deal with anything. I was just so out of it, so negative. And I tried calling him back to let him know, like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I can't, because I thought it was just a quick go over there and do something, but there's something I'm working on." So I tried to call him to let him know that I can't, but he didn't pick up. So I sent a text to his son-in-law saying, "Hey, I don't think I could come over and help, but if I do, it'll probably be 2 or 3 hours from now." So yeah, that was that. And I think he kept calling, and I put it on vibrate. I was like, I can't. I gotta focus on me, because I've been putting others first too many times. I gotta do my thing, because I'm running out of time, and I don't know how long I'll be in this place. So anyways, 2 minutes. All right, I want to share something. I wish I had more time with this, but it is what it is. Jazz channel, and she made a video, and man, it was so sad. So sad. Just in case if anyone wants to see it, because she is, I guess she's going through problems. I don't really understand Chinese that much. All I could tell is she's not happy. She is going through some things, and it's heartbreaking. I see her crying, and man, I don't know. Because I see her like a little sister, and also as a teacher, because her majority of the videos that has been taken down, the way she vlogged, it was so cool and interesting, because it shows her like her camera setup. Everything was so simple, and eventually it got better. And then she also had a little story going on, and her interaction with people, and it got really fun, even though I didn't really understand Chinese that much. But I slowly started picking up, which is pretty cool. And man, I want to talk about what happened, because they came to a point where I stopped vlogging. Oh man. There came a point where I stopped vlogging, because back then I tried to start vlogging and I kind of gave up, and I was at the park and I saw these two geese that I enjoy talking to. I know it's strange, right? Talking to animals. And the two geese, they saw me, and I know these two. And I was like, oh, how you guys doing? And it was like, are you right? Everything cool? I was like, yeah, I'm cool. It's like, man, I have a lot of things in my mind. Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? Let me ask if you know, because I want to be, an international vlogger, and I want to get more subscribers, more views. And then the geese, they're like, oh yeah, I know you gotta be. I forgot how they mentioned it. I know they mentioned it in a way is to be adorable in spirit. I'm not sure if they mentioned Xiao Jia. I think she was involved in it. I can't remember correctly. But all I remember is it was like, you see how we're cute, right? We're adorable, right? I was like, yeah. And it's like with the other geese, you don't go over there and talk to them or hang out with them, but when you see us, you come, right? I was like, yeah, I do, because I do. When I see them, I would go up to them and hang out with them, sit and chill. And I was like, you just gotta be adorable in spirit. Man, I'm surpassing this. I'm sorry. I was going to mention why the Xiao Jia, how it connects, but anyways, I think I don't want to go overboard. We're probably going way overboard. Yeah, sorry about that. My mind's been out, but I did make a video on it. It's much clearer because my mind was more clear then of what actually happened. Right now it's just all fuzzed out. But that's all I have for this video. I do apologize for going all over the place. I hope it has been enjoyable. And I do want to say thank you to those that watched the video all the way through. If you are new and enjoy the content or just want to join along the journey, please consider helping me out with a like, a comment, a share, and if you're not subscribed, to subscribe. And to all my returning viewers, thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. I do want to make a prayer for those that watched the video all the way through. I pray that the Father of Heaven will protect our peace when we encounter any challenges, any obstacles, any situation, any people, any person, that we may be able to handle it gracefully, handle it peacefully, and have peace within ourselves. I also pray that we will have the ability to forgive, the Father of Heaven willing, that we may not darken ourselves with anger like what I'm going through, that we may have peace just to let things go. I also pray that the Father of Heaven will give us lots of love, because we need His love in order to be present and to be aware of what is going on in this world. And we are living in some strange times. And that is all I have for this video. Until the next, the Most High willing, hallelujah and Sinji Dua.